Okay, we are live. Live. Sumi. Yeah. Sumi, can you leave if you're gonna bark? Sumi, hello. Hello. We have breaking news, live breaking news. Do you want to play a game? It's called Global Thermonuclear War. There can only be one winner, and that's God, who craves the destruction of this planet desperately. And he doesn't want to do it himself this time because he promised he wouldn't the last time. After the last flood, he said he wouldn't do it again. But he's been thinking about it. We've been very bad. But on the plus side of things, Bitcoin is up. BAT is down. Sumi, it's like I really like having you as a guest. People enjoy you. Your spirit is wonderful. You're a wonderful, fully developed psychic entity, which has taken on the powers of 233s in this household. And you rule over us. And you bark. And you bark sometimes for no reason. Maybe because you see ghosts. But it's going to be okay, Sumi. We're all going to live forever. We will fall into the arms of Jesus Christ upon death. And we will feel great. We will feel peace, experiencing the oneness of everything, of the great mind, which created all of us in one instant, one word, one spirit. Welcome to this future, which is uncertain and could change at any moment, and the past as well. That's what's crazy. I'll play some music to get us in the mood for total death and destruction. Thank you very much for joining us here. We are live. We are live bringing you breaking news from the internet. Who knows what's real even, but there's pictures of explosions. There are stories. I still cannot connect to Twitter X, even though they keep telling me I can, and I am, and that they can fix it. Let us play some music. I can put you into a brief trance with a countdown. That helps. Most shows will start with something to put you into a trance, like the Netflix logo. And then it's a stereo situation. We use our intro to bring you into the appropriate frame of mind, but we also have music for that. So we'll start with some music. Daydreaming, feeding the ducks. Let's see what's appropriate. Night driving into space, or dance pop, or acoustic cinematic. We would want, if it is going to be the end of the world, it would be great if it was incredibly entertaining and cinematic in quality and scope. I heard the Pakistani leader put out a funny meme about, or some Pakistani leader put out some kind of video that was supposed to represent what it was like when India attacks Pakistan. They both have nuclear bombs. They both speak English. In India, they speak English as their first language, but they speak it in a very strange way that's hard to understand. Which is odd to me. Why do they learn English with an accent? Why do they learn English with an Indian accent? So it sounds like it's not their first language. Why is that? What's wrong with them? Why do they have poop everywhere? Why is it when you click on a spot on a map, there's garbage? Why do they cook disgusting street food? Let us remember those who came before us and those that will come after, hopefully. past, present, and future. For the spirit of Isaac Happy, for the spirit of John McAfee, for the spirit of the young man, whose name I don't recall at the moment, Davy Crocco, for the spirit of all those who have passed and risen to rejoin the collective, in which enter our bodies, if we are live streamers, and inhabit us, and whose words perhaps we speak without knowledge when we are in a trance state. I have a UFO sphere also. So the news, there's loud noise. The washing machine. Okay, wonderful. Sumi stopped barking. That's a blessing. Today's morning stream was a blessing. Oh, goodness gracious. Sumi, what is it? How can we help you? Nicotine. Returned some goods today that I bought during my spending spree. This morning we went over where I've been, so I'll go over that too. We just made it back yesterday. We're so excited. Okay. Yes. Okay, I understand. So excited to be. Okay. Just trying to telepathically communicate with Sumi here. Every time I'm about to say something, she interrupts. I symbolically rebirthed Sumi from a sack, a backpack that she can be carried in because she doesn't walk very well. She's an old lady. An old lady without her lady parts. I like the challenge. Katie says I should let her out. I like the challenge of the barking. She's upset about war, as we all should be. Death is not something we desire for people. Even though we yet know that it is not true. Death. There is no such thing. So we laugh sometimes when they blow each other up. Lots of things happened today. Lots of things. I have news. I have a regular news show for you today, if you so desire. Or I had clips pulled from Twitter, that is, videos and so forth. Many people are streaming about the war. So we are streaming about the war because we want this to be the destination that you choose. This is the destination chosen by the mentally ill, the gravely insane, gravely disabled. That's my status. If I choose it to be. Honestly, I could just go on disability for the rest of my life, I guess, because I'm so retarded, which you got to experience. And I didn't delete any of the videos. Tomfoolery. 77. You can tell me if I got it right. Pantera, God bless you for a super chat. God damn, do I need money. My insurance, my car payment is low. But my insurance, I didn't expect. But we're getting a job. We're getting it back on track. We got lined up. We went to the barber today as our ritual at a barber shop called The Ritual, which is also a shop which has men's goods. And they have some 33 themed merchandise, 33 bottles of beer. Never heard that one before. Yes, it's all good, Sumi. It's all good. It's todo bueno. We do not seek war, but we do not fear it. If destruction is after us, we understand. There is a plan, and we must trust the plan. God help us. Right, Sumi? She's doing better, I can tell. Was it really 76, tomfoolery? Well, I was pretty close. Was it really 76? I am psychic, but not in a traditional way. I'm not trained. I feel like... Okay, you're leaving. Okay, I understand. It's for the best. Let us go. Let us go. Exit. Sumi, exit. Here. I know, but I have to let her out. Sumi, you have to leave. I'm trying. You did not kill your job. Oh, Pantera, that's wonderful. Yes, I do want to book consulting sessions. That's the other thing I'll do. Yeah, I want to drive. So I'm back. We'll get to the war. We'll get to what's important eventually. We have to give news about me first because I was missing in action. I was at another mental health facility, the worst I've ever been to, for 10 or 11 days, depending on how you count them. And we got back yesterday, and we're in a new frame of mind. We've made some changes. Notably, we will not be using any cannabis, which previously I'd used to put me into a trance state, which I often prefer. So we're not using that anymore, which we have been using for quite some time. And we're doing okay with that. It's going very well. There's new medication, which you'll be happy to know about. Everybody's concerned. Thanks, Key in Essence. Wow, that's great. For a truthful newscaster for and from Ward. God help us. Yes, thank you, Key in Essence. That's great. Many wonderful signs from the universe. We feel more at peace, even with this crazy news. Thanks, Katie D. I love you. I love everybody. And I apologize. It's very difficult being mentally ill and being an asshole because of your mental illness, manic episodes, you know what I mean? So I was to many people, including Katie, which I regret. But it's hard to apologize for in a way because I'm insane. I have problems. But I believe maybe they can be overcome with faith and with intention and with good deeds. So I seek to be of service. My camera's breathing right now, it appears. And I seek to be a more loving entity all around. We seek to give peace. We seek to welcome this new era, this golden age, which we were promised. And it is notable that in this golden age, gold is doing something that is historically not unprecedented, but close to it very soon, apparently, from what I read on the internet. So the price of gold has been signaling for some time that something is going on. And the price of Bitcoin is also following that now. So Bitcoin is being chosen as a safe haven asset. And Trump has a lot of nice things to say about Bitcoin, that's for sure. So let's see. I don't know. What I want to do, I want to serve you, my fans, people who have been with me through the struggles. I'd like to be of service to you with this show in whatever way I can. And I feel motivated now to do the show and to be able to do it for some time. So that's what our goal is. Our goal is to make the show successful. And we're inviting guests on the show. I invited 2 just today. So it's going to be better. It is going to be better. It's not just my intention. I just believe it. I have faith. So Ellen Barker says, good for y'all for stopping smoking. Yeah, I was just... the cannabis I'm good with in the doses that are appropriate. But I was just vaping it. And I was just vaping it basically as part of like a ritual kind of thing. And it's not good. It hasn't been good for me every time, actually. But at least 3 times I ended up in a psych ward were directly related to cannabis use, as far as I can tell. So I really have, there's just no reason for me to do it. I'm crazy enough. I don't need it. So, and I have to take regular medication. And until I'm in a monastery somewhere and I can feel free to just trip the fuck out and have out-of-body visions and stuff. But I started lucid dreaming. That's one effect, I think, of quitting the cannabis. The cannabis stopped my dreams. And in the hospital, I was lucid dreaming, which is an amazing experience if you've ever had it. I was terrible. The first one I had, it was such a great experience that I was having that when I woke up in my bed in this terrible place, I wasn't screaming. I was like, no, no, no. I said it out loud. No, 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 many times. I want to go back to where I was in this dream. It was interesting. I was being served food and drinks, but I didn't drink. There are some clues. And I knew I was dreaming. I knew I was in a psych ward somewhere having an experience that was out of body. So I had three different dreams. My glasses are crooked, Nuck. Yes, I've been attacked by demons. Yes, former artist. India is attacking Pakistan. We're 17 minutes into the show. Let's cover that. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for that. I want to get the show back on track before I really start asking, but your donations are much appreciated. I'm trying to get everything back on track, and I'm trying to deliver the show, the best possible show you could ever see. I believe that's possible for you, at least. For you, I believe it could be the best show on the internet, and has been in the past. So we're going to revisit some old things, but let's get to the news, because it is live breaking news. And it's not all about me, certainly. It is all about you, though. You created this war. It's your fault, since you are God in this universe. And you created me, just with your thoughts, believe it or not. King Ravana, regular weed is, yeah. I'm sure I could do it safely. It's just that every time I fuck up, every time I'm doing it okay, and I fuck up and do too much, start screaming about having Jesus come and kill me, or... So let's stop the music for one moment, play the intro to the show, and get going. Okay, cue musical intro. Boy, that's brilliant. I do think some things in the world are real. Like you guys. You guys are real. Most of you. Most of my listeners, I think, are not just in my head. I think I have the metrics to prove it. You've taken a leap of faith today. What is that sound? And I apologize if you take offense. I'm a little offended myself. Welcome to our show. Welcome to the future. What it is, joining you live from sunny California. It's a beautiful day today. I'm your host, Nathan Stoltman. And I bring you the news, the real news. Okay, so let's do our best to bring you the real news. So for today, and then yeah, let's just do that for right now. I'll show you the news on Zero Hedge, which has collated everything. It's breaking. It really is breaking news. I would have gone live sooner if my computer would restart faster. I had to return the computer I bought. I had bought myself a new computer for the new show, but I had to return it. So we're dealing with this one, which worked well enough. That's a wonderful display. So Narendra Modi has said something. Okay. All right. So let's show this. Oh, okay. We are showing it. I mean, in another dimension. Add to stage. Okay, there we go. Orange, welcome to the show at 4 p.m. Nuck, I fixed my glasses. Thank you. India launches strikes on Pakistan after terror attack. So I didn't see the terror attack. Here's what it says in the news. Things just escalated in a huge and dangerous way between nuclear-armed rivals, India and Pakistan, with the Indian government confirming it has launched strikes on 9 sites inside Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. And Kashmir is where I believe the body of Jesus Christ is buried after he survived the crucifixion and escaped to the east. No Pakistani military facilities have been targeted, the statement added, according to Reuters, in a counter-terror operation dubbed Operation Sindoor. India identified that it hit the terrorist infrastructure of Islamist groups in retaliation for the April 22nd terror attack on Indian tourists in Kashmir, which killed 26 in the scenic Pahalgam area. Scenic. So I put a picture of it. Here are images of it. Okay, let's see what this video is. This video is a minute long. Sound. It has an ad. Okay. Recklessness, I see you. The recklessness, I see you. I had the feeling of being all alone as well. That's how I met the Mormons.
Indian authorities said all visas.
Let's see.
India revoked visas and Pakistan suspended trade as escalation between the two nuclear-armed neighbors grows following the deadly attack in Kashmir on Tuesday. Indian authorities said all visas issued to Pakistani nationals will be revoked with effect from Sunday. This means that all Pakistanis in India must leave the country by then. India also said it would cut the number of diplomats.
How terrible is that video? You get an ad every 15 seconds? Okay. Wonderful. I can't even reduce the screen. Okay, we're not going to play this video. Just a stupid news report. We'll show you some video of bombs.
Staff and announced they would suspend its historic water sharing treaty with Pakistan. Islamabad has responded angrily to the decision.
Water sharing. Water is very important.
In retaliation, Pakistan
New World
closed
Water.
its airspace to Indian carriers. They also cancelled visas for most Indians. It comes after the deadly attack in a town in the Himalayas in Kashmir on Tuesday. Gunmen had opened fire on a group of domestic tourists, killing at least 26 people.
Domestic tourists. That's not nice. Okay, let's close. Please close this ad. Stop seeing this. Oh, please. Skip ad.
The government claimed the attack had cross-border links to
Pakistan. Okay, we'll show you some bombs. The terror attack killed 26 tourists, apparently. The victims had been singled out by the gunmen, which the Indian government has suggested were sponsored by Pakistan for being Hindu in a sectarian mass killing. Still, people are killing each other over religion. These steps come in the wake of the barbaric Pahalgam terrorist attack in which 25 Indians and one Nepali citizen were murdered. We are living up to the commitment that those responsible for this attack will be held accountable, India's statement read in the wake of the new military action. The fact that India is taking pains to let the Pakistani side know that no official military sites were targeted strongly suggests New Delhi is trying to strike without it leading to escalation. Tensions have been soaring since last month, with mirror buildups of forces on both sides of the disputed line of control which separates the two countries. There have been military drills and even recent ballistic missile test launches by Pakistan. Pakistani security officials have said that a child was killed and 2 others were injured in the terrorist attack. India said that these were sites where terrorist attacks against India have been planned. The statement continued, "Our actions have been focused, measured, and non-escalatory in nature." It claimed India has demonstrated considerable restraint in selection of targets and methods of execution. Okay, well, let us see. Okay, I have to go to Twitter. I'll share this tab. Browser lost connection to audio. Okay, that's fine. I can repair that. What if I just add it again? Then does it have connection to audio? No. Okay, so I want to remove it and remove it. How do I? This is different. My interface has changed a little bit. Pirate Justin just came back from overseas. Well, he works for a secret government organization, kind of like Defango. I guess I must work for the government somehow. Oh, sorry. My bad. You probably didn't hear anything. Here's the strike. Here's the missile strike. So you have evidence. We'll have to keep up with this. Let's see. Here is an image of a fireball in the sky. Okay. Some people are excited. People say about time. I wish all Indians and Pakistanis a very mutually assured destruction. Well, there you go. What if they just wipe each other out? There are a lot of people there, right? India has like 1 billion of them, right? Running around in the streets there. Pakistanis. And they have nukes. Let's see what else is going on. Dubious reports quickly emerged that jets have been shot down, but these claims appear to be completely unverified. Fake claims and counterclaims have been flying in the hours after these cross-border strikes. So yeah, that's the trouble. If I go to Twitter and just look at what's trending about this topic, which is, it's like every trending topic right now on Twitter, pretty much 4 out of 5 or something is about this war outbreak. I have seen the news. Okay, let us go to Twitter. So here's what someone claims is visuals of a Pakistani F-16 crashed inside Pampore, Kashmir. Let's see what that looks like. Who knows? Put out some kind of fire, but who knows? You just never know where the video is sourced from. It's the trouble with getting news off of Twitter. There's this short video, 2-second video, which appears to show a missile coming from the sky. Here's the jet footage. So it's mostly the same footage. And I have little else to report. I mean, what can I do? Let's see. Now it's only one of the trending topics. One of the other ones is the Karen Reed trial, which I hope you guys are following. That's what Katie is following. with great interest. So, Operation Sindoor. A lot of people making jokes, which is appropriate during times of trauma and destruction. There was something I saw of a meme, like I said. Here, let's see what this says here. Here we go. Oh, no audio? Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. Thank you for that. Glad I caught it pretty quickly. I don't know why I get no audio sometimes. I'll play this news report again. Thank you, William. I'll start from the beginning. This is a Indian news report in English. Oh,
civilian flights will be operated from Srinagar airport. Shiv, as expected, quite sensitive, the Srinagar airport, and at this moment it will be a heightened sense of alertness as far as the Indian Air Force and the armed forces are concerned.
Ankit, the Srinagar airfield, Srinagar, and all sensitive installations in Jammu and Kashmir have been on a maximum state of alert since Pahalgam. That alert has obviously gone entirely to the next level at this point of time, if that is even possible. But the closing of the Srinagar airfield to any civilian flight, civilian traffic is to be expected, because right now, where I'm standing right now, this city, the capital city of Jammu and Kashmir, becomes virtually a military garrison. The Srinagar airfield, remember, has fighter aircraft, has combat assets as well, which will presumably be already in the air or conducting, operational patrols at this point of time. Remember, the post-Balakot operations were also conducted from the Srinagar airfield. It is presumable that there will be multiple airfields. We don't want to speculate on that, but air defense is up. Preparations already in full swing. The military becomes front and center here in Srinagar and elsewhere. Closing down the Srinagar airfield to any civilian traffic at this point of time will cause some disruptions, because this attack by India, Operation Sindoor, on Pakistan, has come completely out of the blue, exactly the way India wanted it, precisely using the operational freedom of the Indian armed forces. Incredible series of subterfuge and ruses used by India to confuse and mislead Pakistan before this attack came completely out of the cover of darkness to hit. But Srinagar here, remember, is a city that is always on target by Pakistan. It's a high value target, and therefore not surprising at all, Ankit, that this time that civilian traffic has been stopped, which basically means no flights to and from Srinagar for the foreseeable moment right now.
Right, in fact.
so there you go. That's the news. All right, I think that might literally be all that I can provide for you at this time. I will see if there's any more, and then I'll go over the rest of the news, which I had collected. We stopped gain of function research today. Trump says there's going to be some massive announcement before his trip to the Middle East, which is coming up. Might have something to do with Iran, I suppose. So here's It's people saying various things, like they had to do it because it was a terrorist attack. Here's someone who says that these Pakistani F-16s, which were shot down, but I haven't heard that that's true. This shows breaking news here. Let's see if you can hear it. Thought they spoke English. Why is this happening? Yeah, someone in the chat said that Pakistan only has a few days worth of ammunition because they had to give all their ammo to Ukraine, which is certainly possible. I don't know whose side we're on. I don't know if we're on India's side or Pakistan's side. Do you guys know? I'll have to crowdsource the news from you guys. But that's what I have to report on you right now. There is a war that has started in, no, I shouldn't say that. There have been some missile strikes. That's all I can say, which are apparently in retaliation. And they say it's not to be escalatory. So there you go. Might not be a big deal. As it just started, the news just broke. I started the show 15 minutes early just because the news had broken. I'll follow Narendra Modi. Yeah, but I don't know much about the conflict in that region, except that they've been in conflict for some time, and I guess it's mostly religious. The Pakistanis are Muslim, and the Indians are Hindu, I guess, or multiple different religions, but I guess Hindu is the main thing in India. So it's a religious war. It's like a lot of wars throughout history. So, Key in Essence, you're green. That means you're a member. That's fantastic. Yeah, if anybody wants to contribute on YouTube, becoming a member is fantastic. That's great. Good to see your name and green. All right, let me just try to catch up with the chat. We fund both sides, Pirate. Is that correct? Yeah, we're kind of on both sides of this war. So we don't have a player in the game. Okay, well, I'll get you the rest of the news. I wish I could give you a stock. I wish I could give you a chart of gold or Bitcoin that didn't crash my computer. There's one site I like to go to for my quotes, but it slows down my computer so much that I can't go there anymore. So let's see. We'll look at gold price. We'll just look it up on Google. I still need to upgrade this computer if I'm going to do a good show, I think. I can get more RAM for it, though. I can upgrade the RAM. Let's look at gold price. I heard it's up. It was like around $3,400. I don't know why it doesn't show. We can go to goldprice.org here. Silver, oh, they're crashing. I wonder if people think there's not going to be a war all of a sudden. There, the price is going down a little bit here at the end. So maybe they think it's not escalated, but it was up a lot today. Gold was up 2.34% today. Silver was up at least as much, 2.5%. It's up to $33, but gold has really been outperforming. It's been outperforming almost everything, maybe even including Bitcoin, actually. I think it has been over at least some time periods. So gold has been a good investment, and it is a scarce, limited, and desirable resource. People love gold, including aliens, I think, who probably want to mine our planet for gold. They want to mine our planet for gold and souls. So they're coming for yours. They want to harvest us. All right. So that's the news on India and Pakistan. Let me show you this UFO sphere thing. I've collected videos. I'm going to watch them for the first time with you. I collected the videos based on the description. Okay. So I have to remove that, and then stop screen, and then represent it. So here's this news about this sphere that was found that's UFO related. So we may have some, there may be an alien invasion in process. And the aliens typically interfere with us nuking each other. That's what they say, right? So maybe the aliens who may operate beyond our conception of time and space have been gathering for some time in preparation for this kind of war. But let us talk about this sphere, this UFO sphere that crashed in Colombia. Let us talk about that next. Add to stage, and there is sound. Okay, let's hear about this.
El jueves 1 de mayo del 2025, el señor José Luis Velázquez, especialista en rayos X, realizó una serie de sorprendentes pruebas a la esfera Buga, la cual...
Are you okay reading subtitles? It's a 4-minute video. I didn't realize it was in a foreign language. I'm not going to start the show with that. I will talk about the ban of gain-of-function research. I will talk about some stuff going on in Hungary. I will talk... Oh, here, let's play this. I hope that the sound doesn't... Yeah, the sound dropped out. Okay. Sometimes it works. Oops. You want me to read the subtitles? I could do that. Here's Trump talking about Bitcoin today and cryptocurrency. Okay. Katie just sent me some news about cryptocurrency too. We're fortunate to be in the financial position we're in. Me and Katie, because we invested in cryptocurrency relatively early and didn't lose it all, but did lose some. Definitely could have more. Definitely made a lot of mistakes along the way. But it's the tough thing about getting money quick is you can lose it just as fast because you start thinking you're really smart. And the tough thing about making money with cryptocurrency is that you might invest it in meme coins and lose everything. I'm down over 50% on my fat nigga season meme coin, which I think is a long-term hold, but it's a struggle. It's down 20% today. But check this out. This is a story just sent to me by Katie that says on Forbes.com that a leak reveals Wall Street is quietly gearing up for a huge Bitcoin and crypto price boom. The Bitcoin price has rebounded to 95,000. I bought as much as I could when it was around 80. But I had been selling it during my episode. And I might have to continue until I can find gainful employment and so forth. Now, as Bitcoin hurdles toward what Bitcoin exchange traded fund giant BlackRock has called a geopolitical fragmentation megaforce shock, a leak has revealed Wall Street companies are quietly betting on a Trump-fueled Bitcoin price rally. I wonder what the nature of the leak is. High-speed trading giant Tower Research Capital has joined Citadel Securities in bulking up its bets on cryptocurrencies, citing a leak from an anonymous source. Reported by Bloomberg. Okay, let's find the Bloomberg report then. Since the Forbes report seems to be reporting on the Bloomberg report. Tower Research ramps up. Okay, this is from May 5th. Okay, excellent. The conclave is going on right now. We're choosing a new pope. I'm still Catholic. I think I will remain so, even though I've been to the Mormon church. I can tell you guys about that. I think we'll talk more about stuff like that. Tower Research ramps up crypto bets amid market rebound. So yeah, it has really rebounded. And I can look up the price of Bitcoin on Google. Bitcoin price. I'll play you some more videos. Oh yeah, it's really pumping. It's at 96.6 now, up $1,600 today. It's really pumping. Must be on the news. I can only think it's on the geopolitical news, which would make it, which would be different than it's reacted previously. Really, in my history of watching the Bitcoin price, typically when war and stuff breaks out, it goes down with stocks, but here it's rising. So it's over 96.6, which is great if you hold it, and you can still buy it. It's still cheap, because in the future it's going to be worth a lot more because it's limited, scarce, and desirable. You just have, the desirable part is hard. You have to find something that's going to be desirable forever or for a long time. That's the thing that gold is very unique. It has very unique molecular qualities that can't be replicated. You cannot transmute anything else into gold. There's a limited supply on Earth, although we might be able to get it from asteroids. There is some claim about that. So there's the Bitcoin price right now, 96.6. It's doing very well. So that's solid. That's solid news for people who are into cryptocurrency. So let me see if I have anything else from Trump on that. Let's see. Oh, I have someone explaining the Mandela effect, which I could describe to you. I might have to catch you guys up on what's been going on. I was so crazy for so long, huh? Thanks for sticking with me. Oh, this is a good video. Let's just play a funny video because it looks funny. Okay. Let's see if the sound is still working. Sound appears to not be working. Okay. So we'll stop screen. We'll present it again. Let's see if this is good. A good alchemist can create gold. Do you think so, Key in Essence? Or do you think that's a metaphor? I am a good alchemist. I was doing a lot of crazy alchemy. I was doing some like Babylonian debt magic. So that's what I was working on. I was working on selling Bitcoin in the future and buying it in the past. And then I was paying for things with a combination of credit, cash, things like that. I would play around with it. That was the alchemy I was working on, this kind of financial alchemy. It didn't really work out, but that's all right though, because we had to be committed. That's the thing. I really had to show commitment to the future, and it's a commitment to the future of this show and to you. So here, check this. Oh, it's a skit. Okay, fuck it. It's not real. Thank you for community notes. Careful playing with magic. Power Justin, you have no idea. It's dangerous to play with, but I was. Yeah, I was. I was dealing with very dark forces, very dark forces that people don't deal with, like the black cube, basically the black cube, or the bull, or the snake. Yeah, all of those things. The things that control time, actually. That's the nature of the black cube. So yeah, I was worshiping, but playing with or trying to tame forces that are not meant to be tamed by humans. And I had to suffer because of it. I had to sacrifice because of it. It requires sacrifice. This if you break the law, God's law, I did not obey. I was disobedient, like a disobedient angel, basically, who had to be punished. So that's what I had to go through. I had to go through a trials of pain and suffering to get to where I am now, which is hopefully a place of peace, goodwill, and love. Let's play some music. We stopped. Let's see. Oh, that's good. See how the camera is zooming in and out on me? It's kind of weird. This new technology stuff kind of breathes with me. Let me show you this explanation of the Mandela effect. Time does not exist. Teddy Spaghetti, would I be willing to speak with Brother Nathaniel? I'd be willing to speak with lots of people now. Yeah, more so than before. Before, I had little motivation to do the show for some time. I just wasn't getting the fulfillment from it that I wanted to. And now I am getting that fulfillment. So I'm very motivated to do more and to speak with other people. I'm more motivated than ever to speak with other people and not just speak myself. So if you want, well, we'll play some videos and then we'll offer people a chance to call in, actually. So maybe people want a chance to call in. We only have 63 tuned in, which is a little light, but we're coming back from total and complete catastrophe. And I've left every video up just to show that it's possible. We're trying to like real redemption arc. So that's what we're on a path of, a redemption arc. We have broken every rule, embarrassed ourselves, discredited ourselves in the minds of everyone, refer to myself in my own name, which that's the rule that most people follow in this simulation right now, like the X simulation. People don't use their real names. They use a handle or a AKA. I use my real name on Twitter, and I switched to a real photo rather than an AI photo. And then I said a bunch of crazy shit, like that I'm going to be Pope, which I don't mind. I could, but I think Catholics should be able to get married. I think they really need to fix that. There was a big kerfuffle about Trump. Okay, I should try to find that video. Trump released, there was a video, or I'm sorry, there was a AI generated photo of Trump as Pope, which the White House reposted and which the press made a big deal about. I'll see if I can find that for you. Thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate you and I appreciate your support. We'll try to give you the show that you're interested in.
The Mandela effect and how the particle accelerator altered the weight of one electron and therefore destroyed our universe and shifted us into the universe that's directly next to it, and therefore things are different in this universe.
So you believe that this thing that some people call the Mandela effect is actually real?
Oh, it's absolutely real.
Can you describe what it is for people who have never heard it before?
Sure. So the Mandela effect is the effect of some people thought that Nelson Mandela died at a certain time, and other people remember it as a different time. And this goes for a lot of other things, Star Wars, classic videos, Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. Everybody knows that. Well, if you actually look back to the original film, it's not Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. It's Magic Mirror on the Wall. And some people actually...
Which, of course, it's not.
It's not.
In the reality I grew up in.
Right, exactly. In an alternate expansion of our universes. Even in my own scientific notes, I've found rewritten signatures and things that are a little bit different from originally what I wrote.
So
Timelines.
how did that actually happen? Let's take.
So I was exploring.
Let's take.
There's a psychic I have a connection with online, Diet, or Reincarnated Mormon, who's talking about exploring different timelines. I was doing the same thing. So I have history. History can change. So because of the nature of time and the fact that it's not like we perceive it as going in one direction. That's all. It goes in all directions at once from a moment, which is now. And so the past can change. And so the Mandela effect proves that. It may have been deliberate. It may have been deliberate by humans. It may have been deliberate by something other than human, something we would consider alien. So because they changed things that were kind of identifiable I'm sorry, for people who experience it. Most people experience the timeline that they're on in a natural way because our memories are, it's because of our memory. Memory is like what we have, and memory creates the past. So a lot of what I've been doing on my show is trying to rebuild a good timeline by looking at history and historical events and conspiracy theories and so forth, things like 9/11, Sandy Hook, and everything, to try to rewrite or to write them in the appropriate way that they really happened. So our memory is what determines what the past is, and our memory is faulty. Basically, it's unreliable. Our memory is can be created in the present. So there are several things I don't remember doing. For example, while I was jumping timelines, which I'm fairly confident I was. There are many dimensions. There are just several. There are infinite number of alternate dimensions. This kid thinks it's a dimension, a parallel dimension to this one that we jumped to, but there are an infinite number of dimensions for every possibility. However, things follow a divine layout, some kind of cosmic plan, some type of cosmic order. So, and as above, so below, and as in one dimension, things happen that are similar and result in the same, at least metaphorical thing happening in these various dimensions, but they're different and they represent the different places you can make choices theoretically with what we call free will, which is really questionable whether we have free will or not. It's very questionable. Very questionable. Once you observe things happening in your own life that just are statistically impossible, what you could call miraculous, which I experience in many different ways. It's hard to understand whether we truly have free choice or if that's just an illusion of this matrix. But we are following some kind of cosmic order. And in that cosmic order, there is written in our books, at least, a generational and time-based order. And when I started talking to Grok about my theories about how that order might break down, Grok said it was kind of accurate. Like you could break it down into kind of mathematically predictable cycles. I broke it down using units of 12. For example, Trump came at the end of 14 144-year cycles from the year 0 was the year 2016. He came right at a supermoon, a unique supermoon in November of 2016. So in as much as you want to signal that kind of thing, and then you can break things down into simple fractions, thirds, quarters, and halves. So it turns out, based on the Bible, based on the book of Matthew, they talk about things happening every 14 generations, which time-wise is time-wise, you really have to go into the Bible to figure out what 14 generations were, because the generations of early humanity were much longer. We had kids when we were 100 years old and lived to be like 900 originally, according to the books. And then the Egyptian books and the books of the kings and everything talk about kings ruling for like 80,000 years. And when we get to the golden age, we talk about lifespans expanding once again to these preposterously long cycles. But we're in an age where there are many cures coming forward, which you might notice being shared because of communication, which is modern communication is kind of something God didn't intend. It's something the fallen angels or Lucifer would have been friendly to, as modern forms of communication, using technology to share information. God was against sharing information in the books very clearly. And even Jesus Christ had to suffer because he shared secret knowledge. So in the book, and of course, Adam and Eve lost immortality because they learned the nature, because they ate, because they disobeyed God, who said not to learn the nature of good and evil, and simply to follow their instincts. So that is what we're designed to do, is to follow God's plan, but we fuck it up. And apparently we fucked it up with the help of angels directly from heaven, who sentenced themselves to earth, cursed themselves to earth on a mountain called Curses, to share knowledge with humans and then to cavort with them, where they made evil giants, the Nephilim, and the world had to be destroyed the first time. So here we are at 2,000 years. So these in the book of Matthew, it talks about 42 generations being a big deal. 14, 14, and 14, 42 generations. That which with a generation spanning about 25 years is a 1,000-year cycle. So we are it's about that. It's 1,050 years if you want to be specific, to get to those to 42 generations. Every 14 generations is 350 years. And I started talking to Grok about this when I was doing the research on the Bible and numbers and stuff. And you can find patterns if you look for them, or if you ask for help from an advanced intelligence, like an artificial intelligence, which can do the research for you. So around 1050, was the time of William the Conqueror in particular. I think Christianity took over from Jewish history after Jesus Christ came and was sacrificed. So Bearable Pain says that it's a different God. I've come to the conclusion that it is the same creator God, Jehovah or Yahweh or El, I guess would be the most specific, of the Elohim. The Elohim, which was created from the mind of a primordial thought form that existed beyond time and space, before anything was that we would consider reality, outside of what we would consider reality in a type of time and space which we don't even understand. There was nothing. There was ether, and there were thought forms that developed out of this ether. And the original perfect thought form, which established order in that primordial universe, was El, or the Elohim, once he became plural. And he became plural with the creation from his mind of Jesus Christ, according to John, which you just quoted, that the universe was created with the word Logos, the Son of God, the original Son of El. And so El is singular and Elohim is plural. And it's pretty clear. I believe that is our founding race. And I believe they're time-traveling humans, basically. They're like us. We are created in the image of the Elohim, created from mind, simply created by mind. A mind which is divided. A mind which is divided basically has multiple personalities. It was able to recreate itself by thought. And then experience, and then this universe here was created as a growth mechanism, as a teaching mechanism, actually, for our godly race. which exists beyond the time and space. Time and space is a creation of this universe where we experience time. So, which is torture, really. So we're here to be tortured. 60 is very important for timekeeping. It wasn't just Jewish. It wasn't at Babylon, or wasn't it in Sumeria, where they started coming up with the concepts of counting time. And they counted in perfect numbers, 12, 30, and 60. The basic numbers that divide in the most human way. We like to divide things in half. They like to divide things in half. Again, we like to divide things in quarters. I wear a cross. The symbol of the cross is for the number 4, which is how time is divided. So every number we use to count time, except for years, which we count in tens, is divisible by 4. 12. I'm sorry, not 30. 30, though, there are the most highly divisible numbers in our numerical system are chosen to count time: 12, 30, and 60. So 60 being divisible by 1 through 6. So 60 is a good number to count time. We have about 360 days in a year, 60 times 6. And with 5 extra days, which represents probably four celestial holidays, solstices, and 1 New Year's Day. In my imagination, 5 days for 5 holidays, representing celestial quarters and the new year, whenever that's decided to be celebrated. So, which is kind of how we do things. We have like 4 events, like Easter is the spring equinox, harvest in the fall. What do we celebrate in the fall? We celebrate Thanksgiving too late, but we would have a harvest holiday in September, and then we would have the winter holiday, of course, which is the symbolic rebirth of the winter solstice, when the sun is at its lowest and the days are their shortest, and they begin to lengthen again. So we symbolically, with our calendar the way it is now, Western people, we put the beginning of the year right, or when the days begin to lengthen once again, basically. So that's the rebirth cycle. So that's our new year. But it's interesting because our months, September, October, November, and December, are 7, 8, 9, and 10. So December, right, Deca would be 10. It would be the 10th month rather than the 12th month. So it's interesting. And then the Jews use the moon too. So the moon, and then the number 7. Lots of different numbers in counting time. The number 7 was established very early on in the book of Genesis as the number of days to create the earth. So the number 7 and the numbers associated with the Elohim, I believe, are 7 and 11, with 7 being the primary number, which is how we count days of the week. And there are, if you divide the year by 7, you get much closer to that 365 number. 52 times 7 is 364. So that gets very close, which is also 13 times 28. So, and 28 being like, the moon is 28 to 30 days, right? So 28 being divisible by 4, and 7, 4. So you could divide the calendar into 13 28-day cycles and get closer to a year than if you do the 12 30-day cycles. But it's a natural feature of this earth, where we are fortunate to reside, where we're just blessed to be able to experience this creation and this particular time. So Key in essence says God is in man's mind, God is in man's mind. Well, we are in God's mind. According to the Kabbalion and the Hermetic laws, God, all is mind. We're all in a mind. It's a simulation. It's confirmed that we live in a simulation. Very advanced, much more advanced than anything we could possibly conceive of, because it was created in the future, what we would conceive of as the future, because they don't have time. So, all right, we're losing viewers. That's okay. We're talking about real stuff. So we just have to talk about what's real. And we will build. You want news? You want music? You want to call in? Why don't I open the phone and then I'll play some videos. I do want to give people a chance to call in. I'd like to speak with people. I'd like to be of service to people as much as possible. And in as much as anyone would like to consult with me about anything, and you think I could be helpful, or you relate to anything that I talk about, you can contact me at the show phone number by text message. And actually, if you want to consult with me, it would be like an hour. I think an hour is good. You can do it. You can just text me. And actually, if you wanted to talk like right away, that might be the best time, rather than even making an appointment. If you just have time to talk, and then I would tell you my fee and stuff, which I would hope would be reasonable. But I have to build. I have to build up to that. I have to build up to people having confidence in me again. So let me open the phone. I want to talk to people. So let's do that. Okay, we'll remove. Let's see what I can do here. Does anybody want to join in by video? I could drop a link too. I've just had such crazy experiences to get to where I am today. I just got out of the mental health. I just got out of being in the asylum. So I've got a lot of things on my mind. Okay, that's good. Okay, browser is lost. Okay, so I'll stop that. And then I will present, share screen. Go to the spam screen. And okay, your browser is lost. Okay, that's okay. And then how do I do this in a way? Okay, hold on, let me try this. Share this tab instead. Browser lost connection. Okay. Stop screen. Send invite. Who are these people? I don't know any of those people. I'm interested in what you guys are interested in, to be honest. Like I said, I seek to be of service as much as possible. At this point, I seek to repay the debts that I've accrued. Okay. All right, I'll put up the phone number. People can call in if they want. We'll see how it works. We only have 55 people tuned in. It's very low. So we'll build back up. I'll talk about, you guys want to hear about Isaac Cappy? I know people wanted to hear about that. We're ready to talk about why they kill us and stuff, and how they tried to kill me several times. They want to make us into ritual sacrifices, so we lose people. We lose people. We lost Isaac. We lost Davey. We lost John McAfee. We think people die. They get harvested in a way. So let me put up a banner call in. Okay, there we go. There's a number. So you can call in. We'll just give it a shot. How's that sound? Good. Oh, there's Harry. Good. Harry, I want you to come on the show so you can talk about the stuff you were telling me about Loose Corp. Have you guys seen Severance? Oh, there's Bmar Butsker. What do I think of Agassi's pickle? He plays pickleball? I haven't seen it. If that's what you're talking about. You said Agassi's pickle debut. I assume you're talking about Agassi, who was playing around the same time as my brother, I think, who was a professional tennis player for a little while. I think he was in a similar generation. I remember him very clearly from his days. He was a very flamboyant player and ended up playing pretty late in his career for that time. Lucius Trust, right, Harry? Okay. Yeah, I started watching Severance. That has to do with memory. So memory is the thing that determines our reality. Just our memory of how we got to this moment is what determines our reality. And it just turns out that isn't, it's variable. It changes. It can change. Our memory is created from now backwards. So how we got here is actually just, we're here now. We're here now. We're trying to make the best of it. So Virginia Giuffre died for real, huh? So Virginia Giuffre really died. That's too bad. And the Epstein files are never going to come out. It sounds like it makes sense that they wouldn't. The government wouldn't ever. I wouldn't expect the government to ever expose that stuff because it would reveal too many things, and also it just puts them at too much risk because they would have to reveal if they revealed what the victims said about who they were trafficked to and everything, all of them, then it's just, it is in a way like hearsay. So some people could possibly be mislabeled, really. And to some extent, like, I don't know if Prince Andrew or anything, like Prince Andrew had sex with someone who was of age and paid for it or something. Like, I don't know who was of age in his country, where the age of consent is 16. She was 17. So it seems scandalous that he would be, trafficked a girl from this powerful guy. But if she was doing it consensually, which she was, even if she was under mind control, then I don't know if he committed a crime. Really. Could be very controversial to say. Hi, thanks for calling in. You're on the air.
Hey,
Hey.
Nathan.
Yeah.
How's it going today? I've been listening to you here most of the day.
Most of the day? You mean you caught the morning stream?
Well, I'm listening to you now. It's 5 o'clock here in California.
Yes.
But I guess the phone call is not live. I don't get
It's
it.
live.
I mean, okay.
You're live
good.
right now on the air. People should be able to hear you.
This is Key in Essence. I just wanted to say hi to you.
Oh, thank you. Bless you.
Sure.
It's great to hear
bless
from
you. Thank you for. There's so much that you say and keeps me interested in life and things that are happening. I just wanted to thank you. And my name, Be Key in Essence, is really my name, Becky Innes. I just did a play on the name.
Okay.
So it's a real name, but just like your real name, that you use on. So I just wanted to thank you. Don't want to keep up, keep a bunch of time going here for you. But I like the Dodge Hornet, by the way. I looked at that, and it's a beautiful car.
Yeah, it's
nice.
Cool. It's really fast. It's really fun.
Oh.
Yeah, the insurance is crazy on it for some reason. Like, I guess because it's a sports car. So I didn't anticipate that, but it's a really nice vehicle. It's a 2-year lease, so I can get rid of it after 2 years, and it's really nice.
Yeah, I've done that.
I want to
do that.
I want to travel around, so I might take it across country or something. And it's like a mini SUV and it's sporty, and so yeah, it's really great.
You won't have to worry about it breaking down. Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah, exactly. So
I used to sell Porsches and Audis.
You used to sell Porsches and Audis? Oh, well, my last job was selling Porsches. So.
No kidding. I did it in LA, downtown LA. That was a long time back.
Oh, really? Back when,
I can really relate to that.
Every Porsche salesman had a Rolex. Like, I heard that Porsche, like, they used to just rip people's heads off with those. Like, they used to make so much money selling those to people back before they had to disclose. Like you didn't have to disclose if you were selling it over sticker or if you were adding on crap and the residual value.
Yeah, it was
and all that
fun.
stuff.
Yeah, the sales world is really it's a tough world though, and it can get rather bullish with your fellow people that you sell with.
It wasn't
people that
it wasn't that bad. I enjoyed it. I did it I sold Maseratis at Ferrari dealerships. For 12 years. And I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Cool.
Yeah. But it wasn't in the end, the time commitment is like, I don't know, the last dealer I worked with, they didn't expect us to take any days off pretty much. I was just there all the time, just grinding. And I want to do I really want to do my podcast. So,
sure.
Absolutely.
You got to keep doing it because you're the top of the line. You got to keep doing it and not give up. And, I'm so glad to see that you don't. You look like a person who never gives up, and you sound like one. I can relate to you on the hospital stays. I've been there a couple times myself when I was younger.
Yeah.
But I fight it all the time now with magical thinking. I got to be careful. But I love magical thinking, so it isn't going to go away. But I just don't give it out to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm kind of careful with it. But
it's
good that you're so open.
Yeah. Well, I've tried to do a show that's very honest. That shows. I've tried to just be myself the entire time, use my real name the entire time, and try to show no fear. From sharing just sharing what I perceive to be the truth. So, and
you're putting yourself out for a lot of attack. People are cruel, they don't like it when you don't toe the line in this world. Yeah. I'm married to a bipolar man. I love him to death. He's wonderful. I love him to life too, by the way. And we've been together 26 years.
Oh, bless
we
you.
Relate to each other, and we know the world, and together we can make it, together we can make it. Even if we lost each other, we could still, go on. But I tell you what, I don't know for sure, because until you do it, you never know, right, Nathan?
Until you what? Until you die, or until you have to be alone, or which?
Until you experience something, even the hardest things.
Yeah.
We may think that we know what it's going to be like, but once it's happening, it's like,
yeah.
Oh, this is not what I expected.
Yeah, like I thought I had learned to enjoy suffering, through the trials I had been through, and like still, it's life really throws stuff at you,
Curveballs, yeah. That's for sure.
Then this experience is something you have to learn to
but you're
appreciate.
You're really, really going through it because most people avoid that. They don't want to see as behind the veil. Once you see behind that veil,
there's a lot of darkness.
Life's never the same.
Yeah.
There is. He has to be. It has to be that way.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't have life without it. So, and what you say about Lucifer, the light bringer, I know that is so true. I mean, the light bringer wanted us to have our eyes opened, not closed, and walking in sleep, which, sleepwalking isn't all that useful all the time because you're actually kind of in a program like you speak of. But if you can wake up out of it, that helps a big lot. And I know you've seen it. As far as the ability to understand the numbers and all that stuff, it's behind the words. I think, all the words in the old days, way back, they were all numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Numbers are words, and words are numbers. But I don't think people know that because they're not taught that in school. They're not taught any real history. So they don't really know exactly where we came from. So
the nature of reality is intentionally obscured from us. And I don't know if that's only a human creation or if God intended it that way. But, like we are not given understanding. We do not have understanding of numbers, and like people don't have understanding of economics, for example. It's almost as if like there is a veil. There's a veil here, which prevents us from knowing, or at least.
Now and then it gets lifted, right?
Yeah.
Now and then you get a little peak.
Yeah.
That's what keeps me going anyway. That little peak. Oh yeah, kind of a little memory of. Oh yes, I recall that, but it's gone. But Nathan. Yeah. The numbers, the words, all those things. There's times when things will shoot right through and you'll see it as clear as day.
Mm-hmm.
Everything will be clear and then it'll start to fog up again.
Yeah.
And you can't be in that state for a long time. So
yeah.
that's what I've discovered anyway.
Yeah. So I'm looking to be grounded in something like reality while maintaining what I wished for was to have the same connection to spirit while being stable, while not going crazy. And I believe I believe I think I'm getting there. You know, I
Yeah, it
believe
takes
I'm
work
getting
at
there.
a balancing act. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real tightrope. I'm really living on the edge.
Sure, of course you are. I know how that is too. And what better place to be but walking the razor's edge, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that's life.
You see Bill Murray
You
in
just
the
got to
Razor.
try to live it.
You ever see that movie Razor's Edge with Bill Murray?
I don't think so. Even though I love.
Oh, you
Bill
ought to
Murray.
see it. It's kind of like down the same line we're talking about here. It's really the same line. A guy goes to, he lives a regular life, like we're selling cars and all that good stuff, making money, all that.
Mm-hmm.
And he ends up going to not India, where was it? The Himalayas, somewhere up there, where all the great monks are. Comes back with a whole different ability to do things that are miraculous. And so if you get a chance, see the Razor's Edge.
Okay. Thank you.
It's excellent.
Excellent.
Yeah,
I
sure.
love Bill Murray. He's some kind of advanced practitioner.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, I love him too.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the Fourth Way?
No. Enlighten me.
Bill Murray is still probably in the Fourth Way.
Okay.
So, teacher that came from way up there where, actually near Kashmir, but in Turkey. So I'll talk to you more about it some other time, but
okay.
You are right on about Bill Murray. That dude is Superman. I mean, you saw the one where, the one about time. It's called, February 2nd is when they
Groundhog Day. That's what that's what I've been living in. That's life. Like life is literally Groundhog Day, and we just forget every day. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That movie, it portrays it perfectly. So why worry about time if you just keep perfecting, working at yourself and how you're viewing life itself and how things change as you see it, the way you see it will change it. And you're trying every day to do something that actually what you're doing, which is kind and considerate and newsworthy for us like me and others who could use it really badly. So thank you, Nathan. I really, really, really appreciate it.
God bless you. Thank you so much.
Sure thing. God bless you. I will talk later sometime, or I'll keep touch. Of course, I'll be listening.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nathan.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. Susan Wojcicki, former CEO of YouTube. I'm going to drop a link and you can join that way. You said Skype doesn't work. That's fine. You can join by StreamYard. Very nice caller. Yeah, we're looking to connect with these people. There are a lot of people who go through, the people who are still connected to the show and who haven't abandoned it after all the craziness are people that are kind of crazy or who go through struggles. I realize that. So that's why I say I seek to be of service. I seek to help those people with whatever this show brings them. So I realize there are people out there who have gone through similar experiences. And I seek to connect with those people in a way that's productive for them. I think I can be helpful. I've gone through a lot to get to where I am now. And I've been shown a lot of things. I've been walked through a lot of trials, including the nature of infinity, which is maybe the scariest one of all, the nature of immortality, which is frightening because of the suffering created by this time matrix that we're in, which the nature of it is to suffer and learn. So we've been seeking to learn as much as possible. It's been about a 10-year journey doing this YouTube thing to get to right here. And we're just getting started, I guess. So looking to connect with people. Thanks for that. And so Susan Wojcicki, I dropped the link to StreamYard so you can join that way. Anybody can join that way. I can pin that. Thanks for the call. I appreciate it. Yeah, I need to connect with people. A lot of the stuff I was doing was I had to do it on my own because it was so treacherous. So I really couldn't have anyone joining me on a lot of the journeys because they were too crazy, too dangerous mentally. So thanks, Elvis Tesla. Existential suffering is inevitable. Yeah. Different people experience it in different ways. But part of this being here is in order to suffer and learn. Without the suffering, we wouldn't learn and we wouldn't advance. And I believe we are advancing. So I believe we are spiritual beings, that we are here, and you're here to help with the ascension of humanity out of this current state into a state where we find peace, the golden age. So I hope that I'm working personally to achieve peace, serenity, harmony between everyone and all things, to resolve paradoxes, etc. That's what I intend to do, if as much as I can. I have no more fear. I don't fear death. I don't fear attacks on the internet. They already tried to kill me many times, and I lived through it. So now I'm here just to, once again, to try to be of service as much as possible. So Nuckfugget. I think Nuckfugget, you said you're in North Carolina and you'd welcome me to stay. Yeah. Anybody who, I am considering, I like road trips. I would like to see people who are friends of the show and who have been supporters for some time. So people are welcome to visit me here. I'm in a beautiful place. And people, I may go out and visit people possibly. Or I don't know, if we get enough people tuned in again, maybe we'll meet or something. We'll see. But yeah, people need to connect. We need to have friends. I need to have friends. I need to have people who care about me and who I speak with. So I'm seeking to reply to more comments. I'm being more interactive and less isolated as of just recently. Yeah. Hey, Be More Busker. What's up, dude?
How's it going, man? Welcome back.
Hey, thanks very much. I appreciate it. I'm happy to be back.
You sound good, dude.
Thank you very much. I feel good.
Yeah. So that's like, I guess is this the second time since 2020 you've been put in the mental hospital?
Well, it was 2 times in 2 months. I was just there in April. I was just there the month before. And then in 2023, I was in, I think, several times.
That's right.
And I was in 2014, the first time.
Yeah, man.
So I've been in and out of these psych wards, from having manic episodes. Yeah,
that's
what they call them, at least.
You were talking on the earlier stream. I heard you talking about the food being like shit.
Yeah, man, it must cause brain inflammation. That's all I was thinking is. I mean, it can't be good for your psyche. That's all. What they were feeding me there just couldn't be good for me in any way.
That's right.
And there's no choice. There's nothing you can do about it. There's literally nothing good. There's nothing real. Like the orange juice isn't real.
Really?
You can have milk. You can have milk. Milk is probably the best thing you can have.
So the orange juice is just like
some kind of fake
synthetic
concentrate bullshit.
Yeah. That's junk. Complete junk. I can't even go near that.
Yeah. So it was terrible. This last time is hopefully enough to make sure that I never go back. So I intend to do my show every day and as much as I can. Awesome. Maybe even 7 days a week. And to really try to make it work and then do consulting in as much as people want to consult with me.
Cool. Are you going to look into what's happening in the current state of, living?
The news, you mean?
Yeah, that.
I tried doing it today. I guess my mind's in a different place right now.
Yeah.
And it's difficult with the timeline, with the way things shift. It's difficult to nail down what's real and what's not real from day to day.
That's right.
Because I've noticed that the news just changes very quickly. But yeah, people appreciated the show for being a news show. So I intended to do that for you guys today, but I guess I have a lot of other things on my mind and I want to connect with people. I'm happy you called in. You've been great, Jim.
Well, thank you, man. Like, yeah, you just take it like, as you want to take it. It's, it's your show and people will stick with you, I think.
Well, if they've gotten this far, then people have stuck with me. And then hopefully we'll find new people, and we'll bring old people back, which happens. So I was on a roll. I was actually on a roll before I ended up in the mental facility in March. I thought things were going really well. But then I kind of just spiraled, I totally spiraled out of control. So, which everybody got to experience, unfortunately.
Too much cannabis, you said, like,
for me, I think it's just a triggering factor. If I really examine the things that happened, it's just like at least 3 times it was like a major contributing factor. And without it, probably I wouldn't have ended up in a mental institution. So and it causes trauma in my relationships and everything. It's not good.
Yeah, you don't need that.
I just don't need it. I don't think I need it. I'm crazy enough as it is. I'm high enough as it is. Like I get enough out of life.
Yeah.
With my supplements and stuff.
Yeah, like I've been taking lion's mane. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, sure. It's a mushroom.
Yeah, it kind of helps my mental clarity a little bit.
Oh, good. I just started taking methylene blue, which Alex Jones is selling. I bought it from the Alex Jones store.
Oh shit!
I started taking that. It seems like it's kind of cool. So yeah, I'm taking a number of supplements, which I think are helpful. What's
methylene blue?
I don't know. Some kind of brain enhancer.
Oh man, how much was he wanting for that?
How are you supposed to what?
I mean, how much what did he want for the methylene?
Oh, I don't know, $30 a bottle or something. I don't know.
Is it like a little eyedropper bottle?
Yeah. 30-day supply.
I'd be curious to know what's in that.
I saw him talking about it on his show, and so I was like, I want to support Alex Jones. He's a hero. He's a warrior in a way. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like early on, like I admit I do. He definitely opened my eyes to a lot of shit.
Yeah. I mean, he is probably Bill Hicks, at least in some way, but
exactly, yeah. I mean, like,
I don't think he's a government agent. So
yeah, I don't know. I just, if he's a paid shill to act the way he acts, then maybe he is. But if he's not, he's not. Whatever. All I know is that he was the one who kind of really screwed it up for everybody in 2015, maybe 14.
Because of Sandy Hook, you mean? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't screw it up. I mean, he had talked about it. He had talked to Wolfgang Halbig. I interviewed Wolfgang Halbig at least 3 separate times. So I could have had the same fate as Alex Jones. It's just they targeted him and they used him as a scapegoat for censorship of everybody. I mean, he was just the initial. Yeah. It was like the initial trial balloon.
That was like I remember that was the time that YouTube was started really cracking down when Alex Jones got ousted for the Sandy Hook thing.
Yeah, it seems as if we're going back though to a time of less censorship, which is why I'm back on YouTube now. Is because now you are allowed to talk, like the vaccine, for example, which is what got my big channel deleted. Like now you can talk about that. You can talk about other stuff. Joe Rogan is back on YouTube, doing his show. So that's why I'm on YouTube. It's just a friendly platform for technical reasons. It looks good. People can do super chats if they want to. The chat mechanism is good. I mean, I spend, I've been everywhere. I was on DLive. I was on Rockfin. I was on Twitch. I tried everything. Back to YouTube because I think the censorship is decreasing.
It seems to be. I've been watching Jimmy Dore, and he talks and talks and talks about how all the stuff we was for the past 5 years has been bullshit. And he comes out and talks about all of it.
Yeah.
Including Fauci. He really doesn't like Fauci, so I can relate to Jimmy Dore.
Yeah. And he kind of I kind of got upset a little bit because he would say things that I couldn't say,
Right. That's what it seemed like at first.
It was like he was able to get away with stuff because I guess he was a liberal, you know what I mean? And they treated him differently, and he was a big star. He had a big channel, and he had like a personal contact at YouTube who could tell him what he was supposed to say and what he wasn't supposed to say.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like they I think they had to dodge bullets in any way, shape, and form early on. I guess. I mean, it did seem strange to me that just all of a sudden he was talking about a lot, and I thought, that I guess YouTube is finally loosening the what do you call it? The reins or whatever.
Yeah, which is why I think I'm going to go back and revisit some of the stuff from 2017, like Isaac Cappy and stuff like that. Probably might even do that. I might even start tomorrow going over that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that still look into that and talk about it.
Yeah, people are interested. That spirit is a very strong spirit. The spirit of Isaac Cappy. There are a lot of people under that umbrella.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll let you go, man.
Okay.
Glad to have you back, dude.
Okay, thank you. Glad to be back, and thanks for joining. Appreciate it.
See you.
Thanks, Be More. Okay, cool. That was Jim from Baltimore. Be More Busker. I am tired. I didn't sleep last night. I was excited to be home. Okay, the band gain of function. It's hard for me to get excited about the news to some extent. It's just so two-dimensional, the regular news. So we'll see what we get into from day to day. But I did my morning walk this morning. People like that. That was at sunrise. I don't know if I'll do it again at sunrise tomorrow, but I may. It's a chance to just walk out and be in nature and kind of free associate. Stream of consciousness. I feel like I sometimes feel like I'm dematerializing, which is kind of like unsettling, but things are good. So, and I think things are going to continue to be good. We'll keep at it. We'll do the show. We'll see if anybody else wants to call in, and then we can wrap it up. We have 61 people tuned in. It's going to take some time to build things back up, but I'll have to figure out what topics people are interested in. See if we can cover the news. I'm still looking at Twitter. I'm still saving videos. It's just that I didn't even end up playing most of them today. But it's just a video about gain of function. It's a video about how they're encouraging people to have children. I still have to settle in, I think, to being grounded in reality. Stephanie Negroni, I don't know. They say to take 1 milliliter once a day. They say 20 drops, but I don't know how you measure out 20 drops. And it's not a measured thing that they give you at like the pipette or whatever you call it that you squeeze the stuff into. It doesn't have like a measuring line on it, but you're supposed to take 1 milliliter once a day. It looks like. I took 2 today. Fuck it. Vitamin D, zinc, vitamin B12, L-thiamine or L-theamine or whatever it's called, vitamin C with rose hips, turmeric, I try to have is whenever I go out somewhere that has turmeric stuff, apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is very good, I think, probably for long life. I've been looking to extend my life and stay young, which I think I'm so far being successful at. So I'm going to try to continue that. Just try to stay like this as long as possible. So I walk a lot, I try to get out and walk. I walk downtown every day. And if I get a job doing delivery driving, that's a lot of walking. So I'll have exercise. But yeah, it's been a journey. Thank you guys for being there. And let me drop a link to the Discord. Let me do that, so we have a place to talk. You can join this one. Let me do this. How do I invite people here? Invite to server. Okay, so I'm going to drop a link to Discord right now, which has 28 members so far. And yeah, I'm looking to connect with people as many ways as possible these days, because it's not all about me. It was all about me, kind of, while I was going through this stuff. I was just trying to figure out the way the world works. It's very confusing, but hopefully now we've learned some things. Can pass it on. Yeah, I walk and I'll be playing pickleball. Ideally I do the show. I do consulting. I can play some pickleball and like live a prosperous life where I do something that, like, this communication is what I feel like I can do the best. Doing my show is what I felt like is the most valuable thing I could do when I started it. And I feel once again that the most valuable contribution I can make is by doing this show and just speaking my truth to you people who created me with your mind. So I'm a service bot at this time, as much as I can be. Thanks, Ken Essence. Yeah, I think people will come back. We'll have the right shows and stuff. It'll take some time. It's not going to be easy, but that's life. It's not meant to be easy. So I've put it on the line, though. Here's somebody great. Hey, thanks for joining the show. Hello.
Hello, there's going to be some feedback.
Okay,
Jim from Baltimore.
Where is he? He's gone. Did you want to talk to him?
Well, gone as in gone or gone?
He's there in the chat. He just commented, but he is not. He is no longer with us here on the live stream. He decided to end his call.
Oh, I missed it.
Susan, right? This is Susan, right?
Wojcicki, yes, the former CEO of YouTube,
whose Chinese wife.
I think it's an Indian fellow there, isn't it?
Your wife was like a spy for the Chinese government or something and was assassinated?
Possibly, but we're not going to get into that.
Okay.
Anyway, where's your girlfriend / wife?
Here in the home here. We're still living together.
Shower. I'm just going to put the dress on.
And what's that?
I had kind of psycho vibes there.
From my wife?
Yeah, how come she never talks anymore? You should always sell T-shirts and be an active part of the show, but now she's got
a real career. And didn't want to be involved in the show anymore. I was a little. I wasn't like the best co-host in some cases, so she just didn't want to do the show anymore. That's totally reasonable for someone not to.
That's why we don't ask personal questions about each other's history. It's uncomfortable, isn't it? It's rude.
Oh, I see.
Anyway, Keir Starmer.
I apologize.
Do you like Keir Starmer from England?
I apologize, sir. Previous conversations that I remember having with you, you would bring it up to me. So I just wanted to actually demonstrate that I remembered who you were. That was my intention. I apologize.
Like the girl that used to make the T-shirts. She used to be a thing.
Yeah, me and Katie.
Katie, yeah.
Yeah. We're
Is
still.
Katie still actually there?
Yeah. She's in the house right now.
Can we have like a proof of life? I remember
No.
Julian Assange was in jail for ages. And
No.
now he's not. They
She's not
killed
going to
him.
be part of. She's not going to be part of the show anymore. I don't think. Or I think she did.
That sounds ominous.
It was great when she was on the show. People loved her. I think she's fantastic, but she has a career doing what she's really good at, which is fashion design. So she has
Is
a
that the
real
same
job.
town that you live in?
Pardon me?
Do you live in the same town as each other?
We live in the same house.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
The Doge died. That was a
Yeah,
shame.
I
Where's the dog?
Sumi is out in the house. So I'm in the studio with the door closed.
If I was Lieutenant Colombo here, I'd be okay, mate. I'm gonna leave the house. One more thing, I left my umbrella. It's raining today, isn't it? As it rains. Anyway, one more thing.
Yes.
How come the dog's not yapping?
Because she's not in the room anymore. We exited her into the hallway so she wouldn't yap.
That sounds like some kind of like a far right euphemism for the genocide.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah. We should do like a Kill Tony version of this.
Are you feeling a little trolly today? Yeah.
I'm a little bit drunk.
Well, are you?
My daughter is on a sleepover school trip, so I've got the night to myself, and I have to wake up in the morning and do the
right,
taking care of the kid.
It's the middle of the night for you, so I can forgive you for having a few drinks and trolling me.
1:30. I bought a case of. It's called Brewdog. Brewdog. Yeah, it's like some kind of like IPA kind of stuff. Longer than 5.5%.
Oh yeah, those are good. Hold on one moment. Let me just acknowledge. Hey, Jaron, great to see you. I've been thinking about you, and I'd love to maybe come visit, and have you on the show, especially to talk about your newfound beliefs and everything about the world.
What kind of newfound beliefs do you have, Sharon?
Well, Jaron no longer thinks the Earth is flat. He thinks it's a globe, or he's convinced, actually, 100%, from what I understand, because of his trip to Antarctica.
I'm still in the unconvinced.
Yeah, I'm not.
If I had an aeroplane, I could fly in a straight line for long enough without running out of jet fuel, and go, yeah. Eventually, you're gonna get further away from it because it's round. You're gonna stay exactly the same. There's no atmospheric conditions that when we dip up and down, just straight as an arrow.
Yeah,
that happens. It's round. If it's not, it's flat.
Yeah, it's difficult. I mean, the problem is we are in an elaborate hologram, so it's hard to even say what's real and what isn't real, because we live in a simulation. So, but I believe it's possible for the Earth to be flat and for there to be a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, possibly.
I think you can simulate your own state of mind. You can either be happy or you can be sad.
Yes,
you make that choice.
Yes.
So as far as that is your own simulation.
Yes.
You wake up in the morning and go, oh, everything's rubbish.
Yes.
I hate climate change, and I don't want to get a car because there's too much petrol, and all that meat I'm eating is bad for the fucking whatever. If you wake up like that, you're just going to be sad, aren't you? Then go to the doctors and get medicine to make it better.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it better. It rots your fucking brain.
Well, I might need some personally to keep me stable, to keep me from going off the rails. Personally, I might need some. It turns out
just marijuana and beer is probably the good stuff.
Yeah.
Even whiskey's a bridge too far for me. If I could start drinking whiskey, I'm just going to get completely wankered and just shouting when I think I'm talking like a normal volume in my house, you know?
Yeah, your volume is good, sir. And it's excellent to hear from you.
And you too.
You've been around for a while.
Even from the lemon days.
From the lemon days, yeah.
I give you Ninja Guineas or whatever they call.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, back from the D-Live days.
And I got a Nassim t-shirt, and there's a little thing about Nassim on YouTube about her whole story from living in Iran and coming over, and it was just fucking fascinating.
Yeah, she was a fascinating individual. I wish there was more. Almost all of her videos were taken down. It's such a shame. She was such a
I gave
fantastic
the T-shirt to my 18-year-old daughter who's in a band.
Oh, cool.
So if she wears that at any point, then there'll be some kind of weird signal to the universe.
Yeah. I wore mine yesterday. I have 3 of them, I think, of the latest design, because I wanted to
She was
make
trying to
sure
kill Susan, wasn't she?
what
I
I'm
think she
trying to
was
do.
trying. No, Nassim was trying to kill Susan Wojcicki.
She had a vendetta against YouTube for sure.
I think it's Susan's fault. And where's Susan now? Where's Susan's son?
She's gone back to join the collective.
Exactly. So we have asked no more questions. We say no more lies. But Nassim, vengeance is ours.
Mm-hmm.
The Karma Police.
The Karma Police, right?
Whoop, whoop. I don't think she actually shot anyone, did she? She just went around.
Apparently she did. Apparently she
did.
Apparently, but it's unreliable witnesses.
He probably did.
Who knows?
She was a Middle Eastern there with a. She had a nice pair of buns on her, didn't she? She was good at the old. She was good at dancing.
Yes.
So that makes up with him.
Yeah,
She's rubbish at dancing. Imagine if that. Do you remember that kangaroo lady? That Australian breakdancer. Imagine she was Nassim and she just took a gun to YouTube headquarters. She wouldn't be appreciated in the same way, would she?
No, she wouldn't have the same mystique about her.
The same mystique, exactly.
Yeah. Yes, Nassim was
the thing is, I'm watching on the TV and your mouth is moving like about 5 seconds after, so it's like it's very, I don't know, it's very unnerving. And your glasses are wonky.
Yes, I've been told that. It's hard for me to get them straight.
So what happens in your thing now? Sometimes I listen to your channel and you sound a little bit like you've gone off the rails.
I went off the rails. If you haven't been paying attention, I just got back from an insane asylum. So I just got back yesterday from a
actual asylum.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what happens in those kind of places?
From a psych ward, from a hospital for psychological issues.
And YouTube don't have any guidelines for kind of because you're an adult male, you can do what you want.
Well, I'm not sure. I didn't do anything against the rules. I was just being a jerk.
No, I don't want you to be banned. I'm just saying, if you come on here and you broadcast like random people speaking on the internet, then you might get strikes. I don't want to get any strikes.
Would you like me to hang up on you? Is that what you're suggesting, or because
I don't know?
You're doing
okay
like
so far.
You're doing okay so far, but you are a little.
No, I don't know the guidelines. I don't know the guidelines. That's the thing.
Yeah, I do though.
So what happened today then in the world? Pakistan got blown up by India. That's not good, is it?
A little bit. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, Pakistan blew up India.
They shot some missiles at them or something. We'll see what happens.
That's not good, is it?
Who knows? I don't know what's good and what's not good.
You need to know what's good and what's good, Nathan. You're a champion of goodness.
I hope so. I'm going to try to be.
Okay, I'm going to hang up now.
Okay, great talking to you.
So I'm a little bit drunk and stoned, but it's very nice talking to you, Nathan.
Great talking to you too. Thanks for connecting.
No, you hang up.
Okay, I will. I removed him. That was an interesting call. I didn't mean to reveal personal details, except that he had done that in the past. So that was all. Yeah, my glasses are crooked all the time. I don't know why. Maybe my face is crooked. All right, we're going to wrap it up. It's been an exhausting day. So we did a show at dawn for about an hour and a half this morning, which you can catch up on if you like. And then this show was 2 hours long. So we're doing way more for less people at the moment. And we appreciate every moment of it. So we appreciate everybody connecting with us. And I will once again drop the link to the Discord, where you are welcome to join and participate in whatever type of chat you would like to. And I will be looking at that. And if you want to donate to the show outside of YouTube, which I recommend, Cash App is the best. They don't take anything, and I get the money instantaneously. That's a $ LTV411. I have cryptocurrency addresses listed. I would like to, if you are, if you'd like to connect with me on like a one-on-one basis, I can do that for a fee, consulting fee. If you feel like I can be helpful in any way. Cryptocurrency is what I used to do it with, and I'd be happy to talk to you about cryptocurrency and getting involved with that. I think it's probably important. And, but anything else too, that you think I could be helpful with. I have no idea what that might be. So, but I look forward to speaking with you. If you'd like to do that, just text me actually at the show phone number 650-GAY-TAXI. You can just text me there and we can set up a consulting session or something if you'd like to do that with me, if you think I have something to offer. Okay. And thanks once again for the support. I appreciate everyone. God bless everybody. Wish you peace, harmony, and for the continuing existence of this particular egregore, this particular thought form, which exists between me and the people that watch the show. So thanks, everybody. And I will talk to you guys later. Okay. For now. Oh, and thanks for the super chats. Let me just acknowledge those. Tomfoolery said firmware version 3.18 +5 clarity +8 resilience -3 delusion lag, Ward reboot complete, system online. Prophet Nate has re-entered the stream. Thank you, Tomfoolery. Appreciate you and all your support. And then Keenessence and Pantera, who I mentioned earlier in the show. Thanks for your donations. I appreciate them, and they are much appreciated at this particular time when I really need to get back on track financially. But trying to do that in a way where I have a job as much as possible until I can rely on this. Okay. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate you trying to make this a successful show. That's my intention. Okay. So for now, that's what it is. Play outro. I don't want to play outro. I just want to end.